Alrighty, guys. I'm hoping this works. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out Restream here. Vilified, if you ever get on here, let me know in the chat if possible, and we'll do what we can to figure out what we're going to do. Basically, I want to focus on the Carolina incident and compare it with the Glenn and the Hoyt incident in Spokane, Washington. And one issue we've been having is that as soon as her incident came out, everyone's screaming police brutality, excessive of force, assault and battery, yada, yada, yada. And yet, the entire time, we've all known that she was out there looking for trouble. And while I'm not, sad. I understand she got hurt and I feel sorry for her. I understand she went out there looking for trouble. She had a chance to walk away from all of this. She played her game, and I will admit that takedown was pretty hard. She hit that concrete pretty hard. But she was given a chance to walk away. Now that she's like in her 60s right now. So I'm not sure how that's going to work or not. But basically, she's in her 60s, and she basically went out there looking for her YouTube confrontation, and she got it, and she got all the wrong ways. I saw the pictures after her. She's all bruised up and injured, and I do feel sorry for her. I hope she gets well soon, but we are seeing an escalation and frauder activity. We've seen them doing this. What makes it worse is that it's only going to keep getting worse with these people. I mean, you hear all the outrage over what happened with them, but you don't see the outrage of what happened with Glenn. Yeah, quick. All right. So hopefully he got out there. Yeah, but because Glenn went on a tirade against a black police officer in 2020, nobody said anything. Not a single frauder, to my knowledge, came out and condemned the incident. Floyd didn't do it. Enrique didn't do it. Nobody did it. Because he was chewing out, it was Glenn, cussing and swearing and using obscene language onto a black police officer. So because it was Glenn doing it, it was fine. Now that been reversed and everything, you would have seen the frauders tripping all over this thing left and right. And that is the problem we're having. I'm still really familiar with here. So I don't know what's going on with Glenn and them. But yeah, if it had been the other way around, they also been chewing out Glenn, the frauders would be screaming and hollering every which way from Sunday. And this is the problem that we're having with frauders, that they're hypocrites. And then we go to the Spokane, Washington with Hoyt Webb, who shot and critically injured some poor guy. And this guy was homeless. And again, Hoyt had a chance to walk away. He could have ran away and fled. He didn't do it. He stayed put and continued to escalate and escalate and escalate and escalate to the point where basically, somebody got critically injured. Bear with me here. I'm just see the messages. And it is a sad reality that nobody came out to condemn the shooting. They didn't say anything. They're quiet. Like with Glenn, they are quiet. And this is where the problem kicks in. It's like, so they won't hesitate to jump on a police officer without hesitation, but yet, and almost immediately afterwards, they're out there screaming and hollering, saying, oh, hey, this and that and this. And hello, whoever just joined in. Yeah, but no, Glenn cuts out a black police officer. Nobody said anything. Hoyt shot a homeless man because he went out looking for trouble and got more than he handled. Nobody said anything. Carolina goes out looking for trouble, ends up getting hurt. All of a sudden, it's police brutality, the excessive use of force. The police officer's a big, mean, nasty guy. And this is the problem that we're having. Victorville 2023, I brought this up earlier. We had the incident where one of the frauders that got arrested was a convicted felon with a firearm. So I would also want to enlighten me on how this works. How is it that they get a free pass on this, and yet somehow, some way, and everything, they don't? Apparently, the police is a double standard now, so they can go out cussing and swearing and hold up a storm, thinking they're protected by their rights, and yet a short time later, you know, then what? And then the police do the exact opposite. Oh my God, abuse of authority, it's harassment, it's respecting our Constitution. Right? Carolina went out there looking for a confrontation, got more than she could handle. All right? I'm sorry she got beat up like she did. We don't know all the details of what happened. That's nothing we have to factor in. We don't know what happened to her. All right, all we see is a front camera angle of her being pulled with and then she gets pulled down. The method the officer used to pull her back under the ground in standard teaching in the police academies and sheriff's academies, they teach this method is to bring them down fast with little effort. It is a normal method. All right. There's a lot of rumors that Carolina might have been under the influence of something, possibly. She was slurring her words. Unfortunately, we do not know. And that's where the problem comes in. We don't know what happened. All right. So we get this double standard of Carolina, and she gets hurt. It's the crime of the century. Out of the equation, move it a little bit. Out of the equation, we have good old Glenn here. And we all know Glenn's history of severe anger issues. You know, that he goes out looking for trouble. And, you know, get out of the way there. And we see this happen with him all the time. Glenn goes out looking for trouble. A couple of times he's gotten arrested and been taken down hard for his activities. All right. That's that. It is an issue with Glenn, and it's getting worse. We saw it with Enrique being Enrique. He beats up girls. He's a coward. There's a video recently of Patrick and a friend of his confronting a police officer in a police car, and they know he's not going to do anything, so they go up and they're trash talking him, they're disrespecting him, insulting him, but yet, you know, they're not doing anything. They're talking tough because they know nothing's going to happen to him. There's no consequence. And that, sadly, is something the police have to deal with. It's one of the new hazards they have to deal with. And everything. So, you know, Glenn goes out on racial tirades, making all these threats and everything. And everything is fun. Now they got good old Holt here. But, okay. Yeah, and he's got something really, really serious. I mean, he's up there with the Earl level of trouble. Because there's been no updates that I know of. I haven't heard anything new. The interview's like 2 weeks old. I don't know how his trial went or anything like that. But he went out there and looking for trouble. He went out to provoke confrontation, goes back to his car, gets his gun, comes back out there. And I always told you, a gun is not bling. It's not a fashion accessory. It's not a toy. It has something to impress the ladies. It is a huge responsibility that needs to be respected. Obviously, he did not have either of those. And I think, to my knowledge, he's still in jail too. By the way, I don't know if he got out or not, but he's in there now, and he's doing stupid. And the victim here is the poor homeless guy who was there. Sorry, excuse the information here. Yeah, yeah, Glenn went out there. I'm sorry, not Glenn, Hyatt here. Stupid. Hyatt went out there and he had a deadly weapon. And now there's a guy in the hospital fighting for his life because some idiot needed to have his 15 seconds of YouTube claim to make money. There's not enough money he's going to be making the next couple of months. It's going to pay off his all his bills. He's going to need a public defender. He's going to need to make a plea deal. No doubt he's going to send him faces in court. He's going to take a plea deal. Most all fraudsters take plea deals. None of them have the guts to send up for a court battle, and they can't afford it either way. And if this poor soul passes away, it's going to get a lot worse for him. All right. But he probably doesn't even care about this guy. He's more concerned about himself. He doesn't care about the man he hurt or he put in the hospital who's on life support. Glenn doesn't care about the people that he hurts. I mean, Eric's 12 is like a third of the way into his 12-year sentence for threatening a judge. You think he cares about the judge and us? No, he only cares about himself. He only cares about himself and nobody else. I'm trying something here. No, bear with me here, guys. No, you don't need to see my mug. I'm close enough as it is. All right. See that a little easier for you guys. But yeah, he does not care about anybody. If you're in the chat and you're able to chat, please say hi so I know the chat's working, please. It's still working out the kinks. Vilified, if you're in there, buddy, I sent you the link. I'm hoping that one of them will connect you to you. I don't know if it's going to work or not. But it is. Yeah, but yeah, so you see these auditors are getting worse. Worth basically, again, FAFO. And she found out, unfortunately, the hard way. And again, I feel sorry that she got hurt the way she did, but it's not the officer's fault. She had a chance to walk away, and she wanted to do this. I don't know what to do. I know that Chili gets out about a couple of months. Chili's getting out of jail. So September, I think, is when Chili gets out. You think he's going to behave himself? No. Again, Chili only cares about himself. And this guy here is a Chili supporter. That's another issue you have to consider. It's just a sad reality that no, these people are putting their lives at risk to get what they want to get, and they don't care about who gets hurt in the process. I mean, we have this guy has somebody fighting for their life right now, and they're not going to take responsibility for this. Nobody's coming out and condemning the shooting. No one's out there condemning Glenn for his tirade. But when Carolina gets knocked down, oh my God, it's the apocalypse. It's just a sad reality of all of this. And like I said before, and many times before, it's escalating. It's getting worse. We're at a man who's fighting for his life in a hospital bed. Pray that he pulls through, but from what I heard, he's not doing too good. He's on life support. It said that if he crashes again, that's going to be the end of him. And that's terrifying when you think about it. It's just a scary thought. Okay, my thing is up and running. So that everybody can see that. Go ahead and type in there. Hopefully you're seeing it. But yeah, it is a scary thing. And again, no responsibility, no accountability. How does harassing the homeless protect our rights? How does screaming obscenities at a black police officer during the middle of a race riot, basically, protect our rights? How is harassing police officers who are just removing probably illegally parked cars protecting our rights? And this is this hypocrisy of frauding. When it's in their best interest, they'll scream and holler bloody murder. When it's something that makes them look bad, they're quiet as a mouse. And it's just so terrifying that they do this. And all right. So I'm gonna kill the stream here. We actually are done now with the stream. We're gonna see what we can do. Hopefully I'll get this thing worked out. Vilified, if you can hear me, buddy. We tried. We got something going. We'll try to get some other time. Hopefully next weekend I can sit down. We can hash this out again. All right, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, you all take care. I'll see you when I see you. Oh, one last thing here. They pulled my live stream that I did about the incident with Hoyt. They actually posted it violated the content thing. So, okay. So we'll see what happens on that. All right, well, you guys take care. All right, you'll have a good weekend. Stay cool. If you got a pool, by all means, use it.